In the name of Allah, the most compassionate, the most merciful. Dear friends and fellows in Pakistan and abroad, usually we remain tense. Usually we remain tense. Tension, mental stress, it has become a norm. It has become a routine. It has become something very usual and frequent. This is not something positive at all. This is not something useful at all, not beneficial at all. We are burning ourselves by staying in the in mental stress. We are burning, destroying ourselves. It is not any way lesser than a slow suicide. It is unfortunately not lesser than any way, not lesser anyway than a slow suicide. So we must take cognizance of it. We must take cognizance of it. Instead of letting it keep weakening us, our nerves, it's far better to do something about it. What can we do? What can we do? Yes, we can do something. Before we start doing something, I think we need to understand about it. Before we start doing something about it, we need to understand. Why does it get generated? What is the source of it? What triggers it? What triggers it? There are people inside the family, particularly in the joint family. There are people in the neighborhood. There are people, who work along with us as a colleague, who are our colleagues. We do have certain complaints against these people. They too do have the complaints against us as well. So we remain angry upon those people. We are found angry upon those people. As and when we are angry, obviously, because we do have the complaints, anger is bad. Anger keeps burning us. The anger inside our mind keeps burning us, unfortunately. We are burning ourselves. That is something really bad. We need not to do that. We need not to do that because that is very harmful and injurious for us. What to do? Can we do something? Yes, of course we can do something. It is not easy to think positively, but it is quite possible. Putting ourselves into the shoes of those people, having a kind of empathy. I think this will reduce and minimize the anger we people are having. And then, although it needs a bit of hard work to think like this one, to switch over from the negative thinking to the positive one, from the thinking of complaints and anger, complaints, blames and anger, switching over to positivity and gratitude, obviously it is not, it takes quite a lot of hard work. But if at all we are unable to do that, at least we can do one thing. At least we can do one thing, and this will work. What is this one thing, by the way? We need to keep throwing it out of our mind. Every time they come to our mind, we need to throw it out. Every time. But the trouble is that once we do throw it out of our mind, it does return. It bounces back. The solution is, the answer is, throw it again out of the mind. It will return for the third time. I think we need to do it again. Every time it comes to us, it will re-enter into our mind maybe 3 times, 4 times, 5 times. After that, it will stop making try and our mind will get busy in something else. That is our success. It's great. If at all we are not thinking about anyone who makes us angry, against whom we have serious complaints, if at all we are not thinking about those people, this means that our anger will keep reducing with the passage of time. Our anger will keep reducing with the passage of time against those people. And we will be in the avoidance mode. This avoidance mode is a good one, not bad. Because if we don't avoid, we will become angry, angry, and angry. This anger, on the one hand, it is burning us a lot. We are shedding our neurons fastly, brain neurons fastly, weakening our nerves fastly, keeping us unhappy. And if at all we keep refreshing our anger, if at all we are refreshing our anger by thinking about those people again and again, so there is a huge probability that a kind of clash will take place. Once they come to us, in front of us, we will either, there will be a very, very little amount of provocation needed. A very, even a slight misunderstanding will put us and pitch us against those people. We should not be actually, because it does not go into our interest at all, because it will make the things even worse, because it will make the things even worse. So this is the reason that we need to avoid thinking about those people. And if at all we are avoiding the thoughts about those people into our mind, we will keep getting cooler and cooler and cooler. There will be very, very little amount of mental stress left. There will be very, very little amount of mental stress left. All of that will be gone. We need to get rid of the mental stress because it is something very injurious indeed. It spoils our life. We don't need to spoil our life at all. Thank you.